Over the past 7 years, New Myrnam School has strived to ensure that the small community of Myrnam, Alberta is doing what we can to reduce our environmental footprint. Over the past 7 years, starting when we were in grade 5, students at our school have been involved in a variety of innovative projects aimed at improving sustainability and reducing our environmental impact. We've recently become aware of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals and realized the connection between the goals and the projects that we have already been doing. During this video, we will be highlighting the connection between our various projects and the United Nations Sustainability Goal number 11. The goal outlines the following: creating sustainable communities and cities, as well as guaranteeing that our society is inclusive, safe, resilient, and most importantly, sustainable.
Everybody needs to have basic needs met. Otherwise, we cannot function as a person, let alone an entire society. The bare minimum for us means that people always have access to food and shelter. In order for our school to provide food for the students, staff, and other community members, we have decided to utilize our green space to grow produce using raised garden beds and horizontal and vertical hydroponic systems. Using both of these methods, we can ensure that our people will always have something to eat.
Speaking of something to eat, 3 high school students came up with the idea to build a sustainable chicken coop for easy backyard poultry. They presented to a panel of judges for a competition hosted by Caring for Our Watersheds. They presented a cardboard model of the chicken coop and won a grant to actually construct it. They constructed the coop over a period of a couple months, and it still stands in front of our CTEC today. However, they came into a problem. The village bylaws stated that raising chickens was forbidden in town limits, so the 3 students presented to the town to get the bylaw changed. The bylaws were reviewed by the village and then ultimately changed. Now, citizens of Myrnam can apply to obtain a backyard poultry license thanks to the commitment and drive of Jayana Saskew, Callum Morit, and Samantha O'Reilly. Shelter is another basic need that has to be nurtured, and in order to do that, our school is working on our biggest project yet. In our 2021 to 2022 school year, we were able to acquire our own school bus that was out of commission and on its way to the dump. With meticulous planning from our amazing shop teacher, Mr. T, and with the helping hands of the junior high shop class, they have been converting an ordinary school bus into a sustainable net zero tiny home. Net zero means that the greenhouse gases we put into the atmosphere is equal to the amount that is removed from the atmosphere. In basic terms, the bad gases we pollute the air with is small enough to not matter, as the earth cleanses itself of these gases. Everything down from taking out the bus seats to running electrical through the frame of the bus, and even changing the name of the school bus to the cool bus, this project has seen continual improvement and success in its ideas. In 2021, our school acquired a fleet of electric golf carts. When they came into our possession, they were destined for the landfill. With hard work from the students, they restored the frames, created roof mounts for the solar panel, and are consistently servicing them to this day. The idea behind this project was to create a renewable energy vehicle, basically something you can putz around town, run into the store, the bank, or even the post office. Why start your vehicle to run it 2 minutes across town? Given that the golf carts are entirely powered by solar energy, this form of renewable energy is highly sustainable, as no harmful emissions are being produced.
Through A+ for Energy grants and many generous donations, New Myrnam School was able to create energy projects to achieve goal number 11 standards. Through the sponsored funding, we were able to create energy-based projects that involve and support our communities and local businesses. A few of our projects include creating and installing hydroponic towers, breaking ground on farmland for our Alice site, building a sustainable greenhouse, and installing solar panels on a community building to reduce power consumption and costs. The hydroponic systems that our fellow students created allowed us to grow, manage, and sell lettuce and other produce to local businesses and citizens. This was an incredible opportunity for our students to learn about marketing strategies, health and safety protocols, food handling, pricing, and so much more. Finding local produce in your community is different and nearly impossible unless you are willing to drive half an hour to your local grocery store, but this is not efficient. New Myrnam School is able to create organic, fresh, local produce for our community at a cheaper price to reduce the amount of gas emissions when driving to get groceries.
Another way our small town has contributed to making the community sustainable, inclusive, and resilient is the Village of Myrnam's C-Tech building. This amazing facility enables so many opportunities for people of all ages. We facilitate our local dance club in the studio room, a classroom for county fire training, a horticulture room, and a large-scale shop used for carpentry, welding, mechanics, and laser and CNC machines. It makes a great place for the people in the community and surrounding area to do anything they could imagine. To follow sustainability, our school has put in the efforts into converting the building to net zero power. We, the students of New Myrnam School, had applied for many grants proposing our case and the positive outcomes that follow. Eventually, we were granted enough money to install 2 large-scale solar arrays. Since fully installed in December of 2023, we have consumed data and we have predicted for an average of completely net zero over the year, in some cases returning energy back into the grid. The school's efforts and the appreciated support through the grants we were able to see a financially and energy sustainable building that allows our community to thrive in many ways. Our school has had a great learning experience with all of the projects discussed. Not only were they all hands-on learning, but our school was able to contribute to the UN Sustainability Goal number 11 in safety, sustainability, and resilience.